Wait, last time there were 64 Marios and now there's only 35. What's happening? Super Mario Bros. 35 is an insanely fast-paced game full of enemies, deaths, and more deaths. This game just released on October 1st, 2020, and is only here for a limited time for those using Nintendo Switch Online. Mario 35 is a battle royale take on everyone's favorite 2D platformer, and while that may seem strange to some, believe me, it works. And after playing this game for the week, I have some things I want to say about it. I go by Capture Reviews, and these are my thoughts on Super Mario Bros. 35. And since this game has no story or anything like that, I can safely say that there are no spoilers ahead because there aren't any. In Mario 35, this game immediately throws you to the wolves and has you racing against your fellow 2D plumbers in a maddening experience. The goal here is simple: complete classic Mario levels while 34 others are doing the same and be the last one standing. And let me just say, for someone who uses the Switch's capture function to get the gameplay footage, my God, was this a struggle to do and keep moving. Now, bear with me as this game is only a week or so old, but to my knowledge, everyone chooses a level to play at first, then the game pools those choices together and chooses one of them out of a hat, determining where everyone will start. So essentially, since this game is brand new and most players only have World 1 or 2 unlocked, it's very likely that everyone will just start at World 1 for now, but as time progresses, you may see yourself starting in World 2 or 3 or maybe even a castle. Again, I could be wrong, but that's what I've gathered thus far. There are a few things working against you here though. First, you have the courses themselves, with their Goombas, Koopas, and even Bowsers. Second, you have the timer, which is always counting down, but can be increased every time you kill an enemy, get an extra item that you already have, finish a stage, and so on. And third, you have the other 34 Marios sending you a wonderful early Christmas gift of the ghosts of the enemies they just killed. Thanks, I hate it. Yes, after killing an enemy in your own level, the ghost of Goomba's past is placed in another player's level, and this is where the game gets absolutely bonkers. Your screen is going to be full of ghost enemies and, well, so normally this is where a death montage occurs, where I constantly curse through the entire thing, but I've been told that gets kind of old and I swear too much, so I'm just gonna flash some deaths on screen and say for all of them, f*** this shit. Thank you for listening to Capture Reviews ASMR. We'll see you next time. You can somewhat choose where that ghost enemy is going, or leave it up to random, which adds a nice slice of strategy and balancing to an otherwise potentially uneven playing experience. One of the choices you can make is to send your enemies to whoever has the least time remaining in the hopes of ending their run quicker. This seems to be the most popular choice whenever I play. How do I know this? Because I'm always that guy because I suck, and look at all the f***ing enemies! The longer you survive, the more enemies you're gonna go up against, which makes Mario 35 so much fun. With this, there are also some things that can help you in this game. Before each round, if you possess enough coins, you can choose to start the level with a power-up like I do every time because I blow at this game. And during the games, you can use the item roulette wheel, which is a really nice touch that allows you to shake things up in an instant if you're in a pinch. Mario 35 is an absolute joyride of a game that is filled to the brim with excitement every last second. Each round gave me such a surge of adrenaline, and after realizing I hadn't showered in 4 days, I made myself go for a walk and try drinking water for once. The games can last from 5 seconds to several minutes depending on the crowd you're playing with, which is really cool to see. Like here, I played for nearly 5 minutes and only got 18th place, but here I played for half of that time and got 11th. I've seen some people complain that the games can take too long to finish, but hey, you gotta earn your win. And I think this is also why we only see 35 Marios at once and not like 100 or something. Yeah, I mean, I can't think of any other reason why it'd be 35. Oh, right. And for a free game on the eShop, this game provides you with some nice little details that you would not expect. For starters, you can choose an icon to represent your player, and I really think that dying Luigi represents just how shitty I am at this game. There's also a stat sheet that the game keeps behind the scenes, so all of you can see just how embarrassed I am by my performances. Woohoo! I love how much detail Nintendo put into such a simple game. It's a great touch. There's also special battles. These are scheduled events that like to really up the ante in this game and have some wild features to them. And that really sums up Mario 35. It's you and 34 of your now most hated friends playing a classic Mario game with an insanely fun twist. You'll be on the edge of your seat the entire time as hordes of enemies come after you, and your palms will be sweaty, your knees weak, and your arms are That's the second 8 Mile joke in a row I've made with these videos. Visually, there isn't really too much to talk about here. This is still the same 8-bit pixelated beauty that many of us are used to seeing, but with some upscaling and some new effects added on. The flashing on the screen when enemies are flying to different levels and when using the item roulette wheel are very well done and are quick and intense, making it feel like the race is heating up. You'll see flashes of light, bright caution signs, and a plethora of red squares surrounding each level, which is a nice contrast of effects and colors. Other than that though, the menu screens are just alright. They aren't anything to obsess over, and they just seem to get the job done. To be fair, this is just the original Mario Bros. Game with a fun twist, so there isn't much Nintendo could do with the visuals on this one. The music in this game follows the same suit. You'll hear the original Mario Bros. Music, which is always a plus, and the menu theme that is an absolute banger of a song. But other than that, there's no real soundtrack, and again, that's okay. There isn't much Nintendo could have done here, so I think it deserves a pass. So, is Super Mario Bros. 35 worth downloading? Absolutely. This game is so much fun and is so intense, and I love it so much. Sure, it's a bit bare bones and only has one function with some cosmetic bonuses, but even still, Mario 35 is a blast and will really test how well you know the old Mario courses. The ghost enemies are a great touch, and the item roulette wheel is a great game-changing function that helps balance out this game. I will say though, I wish there were some remixed music tracks for the levels, but the original music also suffices. And the fact that we only get this glorious game until March is a real bummer, so make sure you get a chance to try it out before it's gone. So, with the simple gameplay, unremixed music and visuals, and the window to play this game, I think Super Mario Bros. 35 deserves a respectable 8.5 out of 10. It is so much fun to play, but I just wish there was the tiniest bit more added or tweaked to this one. In the end, you definitely need to try it because I promise you, it'll be an immensely fun ride until March. Thank you so much for watching and listening to my thoughts on Super Mario Bros. 35. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.